of India, Shri M. Venkaiah Naidu ji.
Deputy Chairman, Sri Tawarchand Gedhod ji, Harivamsa ji, Deputy Chairman, Rajya Sabha, Sri Tawarchand Gedhod ji, Leader of the House and Minister, Sri Ghulam Nabi Azad ji, Leader of the Opposition in our House, Rajya Sabha, Dr. Abhishek Singhvi ji, Sri Sasmit Patra ji, Sri Kailash Nath Bhandari ji, Sri Derek O'Brien. I could see him, but in between he got disconnected. I think he will be joining us. Friends, I have a really great pleasure in releasing this book written by Dr. K.N. Bhandari ji on the health and education initiatives undertaken through the MP Lad scheme on the recommendation of Dr. Abhishek Singhvi in Rajasthan over 12 years from 2006 to 2018. I was just looking at the cover of this book publication. Dr. Singhvi is looking a little envious, too smart in Jodhpur suit, looking like a young prince of Rajasthan. Sri Singhvi ji is very dynamic, very intelligent, and very articulative and impressive, all in one. I had the fortune of working with his father, late L.M. Singhvi ji, and it was a great treat to hear his lectures on Indian culture and heritage and variety of legal issues. Those were my early days when I came to Delhi and got in contact with him when I was in a political party during Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee's tenure. He was a giant, as was explained by Ghulam Nabi ji, intellectual giant, and also sobriety, urbanity, scholarliness, politeness, and positivity in his thoughts and actions. I was really very much impressed because he held many responsibilities and he performed in excellent manner whatever responsibility that was given to him. Today, the book that is just now released by me, the idea of this book is to make the message down to the other members of Parliament. This book illustrates the power of doing public good through sound, targeted, and efficient use of MP Lad funds. While going through some of its pages, I was impressed by many examples of how it has touched the lives of so many people in education and health sector in that backward region of Rajasthan. I consider that this is an excellent example for other parliamentarians to look and consider making the best to use of these funds allocated under MP Lads. Some of the examples given by Dr. Singhvi just now in his address underscore the importance of designing initiatives which are both innovative and location specific railway platform benches, and ambulances on specific stretches of accident-prone roads or region-specific initiatives, dialysis missions. Dialysis missions are the dire necessity. And taking them to every district hospital in that remote area was really a very good initiative. Setting up POYAs in the arid and parched areas of western Rajasthan are schemes that address critical needs of the people of this area. I am glad that this book documents the work done by Dr. Singhvi as a parliamentarian. He is a multifaceted personality like his father, who blends and balances his professional and political roles deftly. He also leads an active public life. As a third-time sitting MP, he is also an author and a commentator. It was really a pleasure to hear him on television, to hear him in Parliament. So impressive. And he combines that, his wisdom, with hard work and study. That is what is required. As the chairman of the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Law and Justice, many years ago, he came in for a lot of praise, especially for the skillful and deft handling of the Lokpal Bill and the drawing up of a near unanimous committee report written in a very lucid manner. Members of the upper house have always listened to his speeches and interventions with great interest. At this book release, my mind goes back to my early years of public life in Andhra Pradesh, when I realized that social service is at the heart of good public service. Social service, underline. I am in agreement with the words and sentiments of Sri Harivanshji, my valued colleague in the Rajya Sabha, who has rightly written in his foreword to the book, and I quote, "I must say Dr. Singhvi presents a good example of the unexceptionable and spotless use of, underline, unexceptionable and spotless use of MP-led funds. Such examples show that the MP-led initiatives of schemes and ideas behind it are good and desirable. Only abusers and distorters have given it a bad name. The achievements given in this book are truly impressive, which deserve to be emulated, because we must also admit during this occasion there were instances where these MP-lads were misused. So it's always good here, the positive stories. And Sri Harivanshji, being a journalist in his earlier avatar, and also the deputy chairman who oversees the MP-lads scheme implementation, he is best suited to make a comment on this work. I am very happy to have Sri Harivanshji as my colleague, as my deputy, who is conducting the Rajya Sabha in my absence in such a dignified and decent manner. Of course, as the chairman of the house or the panel chairman, one has to be tough in dealing with situations. But we must always go by the rule book as well as the precedents set by our seniors, and he has been doing it. Friends, I have been informed that a seizable amount of rupees 52,810 crores approximately have been spent on MP-led schemes since its inception in 1993. As a result, a total of 19 crore and 47,000 works have been completed and the schemes have helped in creating assets across the country. As was explained by Ghulam Nabi ji, while taking care of the welfare of the people, we must focus more on creating permanent assets. There will be pressure. Even I have come across pressure from my electors, members of legislature who elected us, and also the political party functionaries to which you belongs to, and also general public. But we must see to it that we judiciously use this. One is for social welfare, as was spent by Dr. Singhvi, and also asset creation. Asset creation. That is very much important. I'm happy that the government has put in place third party monitoring of MP-led works for their execution in a transparent manner. While the monitoring reports pointed to some shortcomings in the implementation of the scheme, there are quite a large number of positive conclusions. There are a number of instances where there have been a high degree of involvement of local communities, groups, and sections of the people in the identification of works, facilities required as per their felt needs. I am sure that third-party monitoring mechanism, coupled with the wisdom and experience of MPs, would help streamline the processes for creation of assets through the scheme. I would also like honourable members to remember the call given by the Prime Minister Sri Narendra Bhai Modi to use MP-led funds for Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana to develop villages as model villages. Singhvi ji has developed a model village which was praised by Harivamsi ji, and members of parliament should go through this publication. I commend to the members of parliament, please go through this publication in detail, understand the good work done, and follow the best examples. This MP-led scheme was announced basically to empower people's representative by enabling them to serve their constituents. The parliamentary committees too has been making a number of suggestions to further improve it. They have emphasized the need for timely release and proper utilization of funds, as also the need to have a mechanism to monitor the quality of works projects and so that they are timely completed. The need for effective coordination between MPs and administrative authorities was also highlighted. I have the experience of around 90 years, member of parliament, and I could feel myself that even though the MPs are willing to monitor, unless there is a cooperation from the district administration and the top of the state administration, it is not that much easy, because I must confess, there is a lot of flow of funds nowadays. So, for some of these officers, these amounts are not big. So, priority-wise, while overseeing the implementation of the works, sometimes these things do not get adequate attention. Though there are district magistrates who have taken a lot of interest and are seeing to it that the recommendations made by honourable members of parliament are followed in true spirit. It is very important for the MP to follow up with the authorities concerned to ensure that there are no bottlenecks in the timely execution of the projects and their fruits reach the people. I am happy to note that Sri Singhvi has been quite successful in ensuring that the scheme is implemented in its letter and spirit. I wish Dr. Abhishek Singhvi many more productive years of service to the nation. I also compliment Dr. K.N. Bhandari for his efforts in comparison of the MP-led initiatives of Dr. Abhishek Singhvi in his book titled Parliamentary Messenger in Rajasthan. I hope that this book will serve as a guide for all the stakeholders involved in the developmental works under MP-LADS. Be like role models for others, public representatives, both in conduct, in contribution, in attending Parliament, in making valuable suggestions, including criticism, and upholding the dignity and decency of the Parliament. Because nowadays we are seeing the level of debates sometimes undermines. And the impression about politicians and particular people's representatives going down in the eyes of the people. And we, members of Parliament, we should set better examples. And we must remember the great contribution made by our forefathers, the constitution makers, and the contribution made by veteran parliamentarians those days, and see to it that we also uphold the dignity and decency and do our duty to the best of our knowledge, one. And secondly, we must also move among the people, reach them, be available to them anytime, and focus our attention and guide them also in developmental needs of the people. Nowadays, unfortunately, populism is taking over. What is required is development. What is required is empowerment of the people. What is required is skill upgradation. What is required is see that the funds reach people, and the promises made by the government or the party in power are delivered to the people without delay or dilution or diversion. Delay, dilution and diversion. The members of Parliament can play a great role in this, and I hope that this publication of the health and education initiatives, both are vital, health and education. I was telling some friends today, the governments must focus more on health and education, less on populism. Popular, if you spend more on education and health, you will be undoubtedly popular. There are many examples like that. I once again compliment Dr. Abhishek Singhvi for his contribution, and also compliment Dr. K.N. Bhandari for bringing out this, and also would like to compliment all other colleagues who have all joined together. There is nothing political in this. It is public service that made all of us to join together. This unity in serving the people, in maintaining standards, should be the hallmark of our public life in the coming days. I hope that all of us will be following and setting up good examples. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Honorable Vice President, sir, for your kind words of wisdom